But you know what Disney should do with Ron DeSantis, right? They should invite him on a cruise.
Hey,
Diva. Can I call you Diva? My name is Detective Fierce. You're not in trouble, Boots. We're just trying to get the tea on this situation.
Kevin, you just made me want to vote for Proposition 8. Oh my god. Do you remember when that was like the worst thing we had to worry about? I miss Q Force too. Oh god, that show.
Fucking Zoomers.
What about them? I mean, we could go
They
on and
got
on.
the show canceled, and I blame them for it.
Well, on that note, welcome back to Fruity Cereal. Oh my goodness, Kevin.
Welcome back to Fruity Cereal, unless you're one of those Zoomers that got Q-Force canceled.
That could be anybody.
That's true.
Oh god, Kevin, how are you doing?
I am doing great.
Clearly upset about Q-Force.
But also, I'm kind of a little broken right now. My brain's a little broken right now because I recently saw the movie Beau is Afraid.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's the new movie by Ari Aster, the director of Hereditary and Midsommar. Okay. So, you know, quite a fun, family-friendly resume he's got there.
Absolutely. Okay.
And, you know, he's releasing a movie that has straight up the word afraid in the title. So, you know you're in for a good time.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a lovely movie about a man trying to get to his mother's house.
Okay.
His mother is played
Riding Hood.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's and his mother is played by Patti LuPone, so I thought you'd be interested in that.
That's the fear factor, Patti LuPone. That's why he's afraid.
Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong with that.
God damn. Okay. I'll look into this. I'm intrigued.
Well, just a fair warning. This movie is 3 hours long.
Oh, fuck no. I'll look at the Cliff Notes version. No way.
Yeah, oh my God. It is a 3-hour anxiety-inducing roller coaster.
Okay. And you just saw this today?
No, I saw it a few days ago. I saw it. Yeah, I saw it a few days ago.
It still affected you this much. I love that.
Yeah, oh my God. I feel like I have to talk to someone about this movie because there's a lot in the movie that's that I feel like can be interpreted in different ways. It's one of those types of movies.
Love that.
It's also one of those movies where it's like, oh, is this thing happening in the character's head or is it happening in real life? Because it seems like this poor man, just lives in such an insane, cruel world, and you can't help but wonder what is real and what isn't. But also but if it's all in his head, then wait, what about this thing that happened? Did he actually lose did someone actually steal his apartment keys? I'm just using that as an example. That's not really even a spoiler to the movie, but oh yeah, it's just
Well,
and also I will never hear the song Always Be My Baby by Mariah Carey again, the same way again.
Are you good? Can we move on?
Yeah, we can move on. Sure.
Okay. Well, Kevin, this calendar is getting on my fucking nerves. Happy Global Love Day.
Isn't that just the same thing as Earth Day?
I don't know. I really don't know because I don't know. I really don't know.
Wait, are we loving the Earth or are we loving the people on the Earth?
I mean, the picture shows 2 kids hugging the Earth. So right. I don't know. It could be interpreted both ways, but I really don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh, and also mug of the day. This one's the sister of the Maleficent mug I had last week. It's got all those cool Ursula.
You mean it's the sister of Morgana, Ursula's crazy sister?
Oh Lord. Why isn't she in the Little Mermaid live action?
Who knows? They might make
and she could be played by Sandra Bullock.
Wait, that would be fun. That would be fun. I would be into that. If you played by Sandra Bullock.
Morgana, Patti LuPone is the Titanic.
Patti LuPone is the Titanic.
I sent you that video of the garbage in the ocean played by Keegan-Michael Key is a floating plastic bag.
No, Katy Perry was the floating plastic bag.
That just makes sense.
Feel like a plastic bag?
That just made sense. Oh, So, Kevin, before we get into Sounds Gay I'm In, do you remember last week I said I wanted to do something very badly, and do you know what I'm talking about? It's not involving Mr. Whoever. I said there was a special thing that I wanted to do, and I was going to do it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kevin,
I'm sorry.
I went to Build-A-Bear.
Oh yeah, you did say you wanted to go to Build-A-Bear. That's it. Okay,
I went to Build-A-Bear, and he looks just like me. And
he does kind of look like you, but like
he's blonde, he wears glasses, he's emotionally damaged, and he smells like cotton candy. He doesn't make any sounds though. They wouldn't let me do copywritten music, and I don't want to hear my own voice when I go to squeeze the bear. That would be ugh. He smells like cotton candy. I love him.
Maybe he should have your own voice, so that you can assure yourself. You can have your own self affirmations.
No. I would say some of the most wretched, horrible things, being like, "Hey, faggot." Sorry. That's why I shouldn't be allowed to Build-A-Bear. But he was. The staff were so nice. They were like, "We see people older than you coming in here building bears," and they were very helpful. But I saw this shirt. I was like, that is going on my bear.
The shirt kind of makes him look a little butch.
He is very, very mask. Okay, so
yeah, so he's not like you then.
Oh no, but he's got Converse. And first of all, fuck you. Okay, that was incredibly hurtful. Accurate. Oh fuck.
Why is it hurtful? What is,
I don't like wrong? You anymore. Let's move on, okay?
Oh, okay. You're not masculine. Ah, this guy is an homosexual.
I did not come here to get roasted, and yet it's happening.
It's funny. We talked about this before we were recording, and you were like, "Kevin, I'm not gonna stand here and be roasted by my co-host." They're like, "I'm not gonna roast you."
Kevin, get on with it, please. You have stories.
There's nothing wrong with being femme, Connor.
Not at all. We do love a femboy.
Yeah. So why are you offended when I said that you're not masculine?
Because society hates femininity, Kevin.
Okay, that's
we all have a little
problem.
bit of. Yeah, I know. I'm part of society, sadly.
All right. Well, I have quite a few stories to tell, so let's just jump right into my segment. Sounds gay. I'm in.
All right, we are here.
Right. First story is Red, White, and Royal Blue film to premiere in August on Amazon.
Is this a sequel to Legally Blonde?
No, it is not. Okay. It's okay. So American politics meets royal family drama meets gay romance. Say less. We're stoked for Casey McQuiston's New York Times bestseller Red, White, and Royal Blue to hit the screen. Playwright Matthew Lopez makes his directorial debut, and the film stars Taylor Zakar Perez, Nicholas Galitzine, and Uma Thurman. It begins streaming on Amazon Prime August 11th.
Ooh, okay. So this is like a funny rom-com, gay romance.
Yes.
I'm assuming what?
Yes. Yeah, it's a love story about like the son of the president of like the first female president and like the son of like the British Prime Minister, I believe.
Okay. I could get into that.
Them falling in love. But I've heard like some like weird I don't know. I heard about this book before this movie was announced, and I've heard some like controversy about it, but I don't remember exactly what the controversy was. I tried looking it up prior to what?
They're both white.
Oh yeah. Oh no, of course they are, but that's not it. I don't know. It's like something like, oh, this is like base level liberal, like I don't know.
Just having two gay people in it is base level liberal propaganda.
Yeah, no, but like not like liberal, not liberal as opposed to conservative, liberal as opposed to leftist. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Yeah, like the people who think that Obama, was like a harmless fairy.
Yeah, okay.
That kind of, when I say liberal, I mean like that kind of liberal. You know what I mean?
He's a war criminal, but that's
exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know. If anybody knows what the drama is, why this book is bad, tell me, because I forgot why. I never read it, but I've heard of it.
I think I've definitely seen the cover of it in the LGBT section in Barnes & Noble. So the title sounds familiar, but I can't make any guarantees.
Yeah, and also you probably know one of the actors in the movie because he plays the prince in that Cinderella movie that you love to hate. I should be more specific. The Camila Cabello one.
Oh, god damn. Okay. And he's playing gay now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Maybe he'll get nominated for an Oscar.
Connor, this is a gay movie that's gonna be on Amazon. I don't think.
Yeah, I know, but he's being so courageous, being a straight man playing
Is
gay.
he straight? I don't know if he is straight.
I mean, all bets are off.
Yeah, it's Nicholas Galitzine.
Not a clue.
Is he straight? Let me see. Nicholas.
Let me see.
Let's see. Is he married? Let's see. Is he married? His partner. Let's see.
Partner. That's telling.
That is telling. Did I tell you the other day when I was at orientation?
For your new job?
Yeah, for my new job. Oh. I was there was one of the people I was at a table with, because like they sit you in like a little conference room and you're at tables, and they give you, it's not all like the orientation, like they do like have breaks, like they had a lunch break there. And during the lunch break, one of the people there who was one of the massage therapists at the spa at the resort that I work at, he was showing me this technique, about how to massage like a hand. And he was telling me like, that's a neat trick that you can do to your partner. And like, I could tell that he was using the word partner because he knew that I was gay, but he didn't want to say boy. He didn't want to say boyfriend because he didn't want to assert that. He didn't want to. I think he was just trying to be polite and say like, you could show that to your partner. Let me leave it gender neutral just in case.
Yeah, no, he definitely smelled some of the like fruit scented candle in the air.
Okay, anyway, come on. Who's the
I don't necessarily care if he's straight, gay, pan, whatever. I just want to move on to the next story.
Okay, fine, whatever.
You said you have a lot to cover.
I did. Okay, the next story. Sara Ramirez returns in season 2 of And Just Like That teaser.
I don't know what that is or who that is.
She plays Che Diaz.
And at least
that is a character in Sex in the City, and the Sex in the City spinoff show, and Just Like That. Okay, check this out. Sara Ramirez is back for season 2 of the Sex and the City revival, and Just Like That. While we weren't sure what would happen to Che Diaz after the end of last season, the teaser trailer confirms that the non-binary queer character is making a full-fledged return. Season 2 begins streaming in June on HBO Max.
Why do you sound like that's the funniest thing you've ever read?
I fucking love this character. They are so... I don't even watch this show, but I love this character. I just love how this character is like the Jar Jar Binks of Sex in the City.
That's like awful.
They just come into this picture and all the fans and just fuck shit up, and all the fans hate them.
Why?
Probably because they're very chaotic, and also they had sex with oh my god, I'm gonna show off how little of a Sex and the City fan I am. Which one is played by Cynthia Nixon?
I'm not that kind of gay, Kevin. God. Cynthia Nixon, is that Miranda?
Yeah, that
is Miranda. Okay.
Yeah, Miranda, I think so.
Okay.
She plays Miranda. Yeah, and she had sex with her in Carrie's kitchen while Carrie was like immobile or something.
I thought you were gonna say cooking.
No, she was like, no, Carrie was like bedridden for whatever reason. I don't know why. Because again, I don't watch the actual show. I'm such a fake fan.
Amazing.
But yeah, and then like Che Diaz had sex with her in Carrie's kitchen while Carrie was right there, helpless. and Carrie could hear them and was helpless. And yeah, and also, I don't know, Che Diaz also did a bunch of other fucked up shit. And it eventually became a meme of them knocking on the door saying, "Hey, it's Che Diaz," and to like elicit horror, like, ah! Jump scare! It's Che Diaz!
This sounds like the right in front of my salad girl. Like, I just
almost.
Oh my god. Kevin, if you and I were roommates and I told you I'm having somebody over, you'd probably be like, okay, I'll go sit in my room. If you then found out I was fucking them in the kitchen I feel like that's like there's a line that got crossed.
No, I think the context of the scene was that Che just like kind of came into the house and just like that wasn't planned.
Okay.
Like I think that's what happened.
They just showed up and was like, I am ready for sex.
I think so. I don't know. Please, actual fans of the show, please correct me on this.
You know what? I feel like we are making this show seem way more interesting than it probably is, but I'm just
I mean, it was interesting enough to get a second season. That's more than what Q-Force got.
Okay, listen.
You're
not wrong. How many great shows did I fall in love with that only got one season? Okay, Emerald City. That was not amazing, but I wanted it.
True. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, next story. Missouri trans report form spammed with the B-movie script.
I saw this. Absolutely love it.
Yes, a Missouri government website where residents were encouraged to submit concerns about gender-affirming care has been crashed after being flooded with memes, joke complaints, and the entire script of the 2007 animated film B-movie.
Okay, number one, this is great because we are wasting the time of government officials who are looking to dehumanize human beings. So we love that. Number two, Kevin, can you explain to me why B-movie is this like holy grail of meme worthiness? It's like the B-movie and Shrek both seem to have this like untapped quality of like meme potential, and I do not get it. Is it because I'm too old? Is it because I'm too stupid? What is it?
Well, have you seen B-movie?
I have not, but I know the plot.
Connor, you have to see B-movie in order to understand
Patrick Warburton loses his wife to an insect. I know this.
Yes, that does happen, but there's more.
Like
there's
what?
more.
Like what? Kevin, I don't want to watch B-movie.
No, Connor, you got to watch B-movie. It is such a fun time. It is an absolute blast of a movie to watch. You know what? Next time I am on Long Island, you know what? We will watch B-movie.
Fine.
We gotta watch B-movie. We got to. I don't know. We should make a plan to watch B-movie together. Or you know what? Maybe there's probably is like a thing
on FaceTime.
We could probably watch it on FaceTime, but yeah, it's like, oh my god.
All right, if it's that good, I'm holding you to this.
It's not good, but it's fun.
Okay, fair enough. I do love movies like that. One of my favorites of all time is Halle Berry's Catwoman.
Yes.
So,
okay, so the form went viral last week when civil rights attorney Alejandra Caraballo tweeted about it on April 8th, saying, given that he's Bailey seeking to effectively ban care in the state for all trans people, let him know your concern, what you know what to do. After days of trolling from Twitter and TikTok users, the site currently displays an error and does not load properly.
Love that.
It's great. We loved it.
Everybody that contributed, we thank you for your service.
We thank you for your service. Next story, Ted Lasso's Billy Harris on tackling the issues of a closeted gay footballer. It would be ridiculous for us to not do this storyline, says Billy Harris, the actor behind Richmond FC's first gay player. While there have been queer-coded hints sprinkled here and there, that Grindr line, come on, Ted Lasso didn't become a show for the gays until its third season. In episode 3, the writers finally introduced queerness into the beloved Apple TV comedy when they confirmed the long-held theory that Billy Harris's fan favorite Richmond FC player Colin Hughes is gay, reflecting on the harsh reality of homosexuality in professional football and its lack of openly out athletes in the process. Speaking to Gay Times magazine about the emerging storylines, Billy discussed how he prepared to embody a closeted football player and whether he thinks the Premier League is ready for their own Colin.
That's pretty cool. I keep seeing all this Ted Lasso merchandise, specifically around Barnes & Noble, and it just looks like a show that was not for me.
It's a big show. Yeah, here's the thing. I was on the boat of like Aubrey Plaza in The White Lotus when she said, I don't watch Ted Lasso.
That's a reference I did not understand. But okay.
Yeah, she said, I don't watch Ted Lasso. And I'm like, same girl, I don't. My parents do. I don't. But I don't know.
have
Maybe,
Apple TV.
but now maybe I might. Yeah, okay, yeah, you would need Apple TV, and also I don't know. We're not gonna get into how I'm watching it because I'm not even sure if it's legal necessarily. But
okay, can I tangent when you get a minute?
You know what? Go ahead. I was just gonna say, like, this is not a show that I've been watching, but maybe now I will. Now that there's a little fruit flavoring to it.
Fair enough. Okay, so tangent. Speaking of networks that I am not a part of, Paramount Plus. You have this?
I do not have Paramount Plus.
Okay, fair enough. I was digging around YouTube one day, and they suggest videos to me all the time. One of them was from the Rugrats reboot that's on Paramount Plus, which you've seen. It's like a CGI nightmare, right?
Well, I haven't seen any of it, but I know
what I'm. Yeah,
I know of it.
The tag of the headline is "Baby Dill is born," and I was like, "Oh shit!" They rebooted the timeline. That's everything is like completely new in this one. All of the actors of the babies are the same, except for Chucky for obvious reasons. But all of the adults are
Chucky has been changed for a while, even before the original voice actress died. But
now it's Nancy Cartwright, and
Chucky's been played by Nancy Cartwright for years.
She's now like more or less the official voice of Chucky. Like nobody really associates the original actress. I can't even name the original actress's name.
Sorry, but actress's name.
The tagline said "Baby Dill is born," and I was like, "Okay, I'll watch the video. Maybe it'll get me into this and make me want to get Paramount Plus." First of all, Nicole Byer is Susie Carmichael's mother.
Yes. Okay. Christine Cavanaugh.
Christine Cavanaugh. That was it. She did great.
Yes. She's also the voice of Dexter.
Yes.
And Webby. Oh, not Webby. Gosselin.
Sure. Anyway. I watched this video and it's like, yeah, it's okay. First of all, Grandpa Lou sounds like he's like maybe 45, and that just broke my heart. Grandpa Lou, he's elderly. He's got like a gray ass braid down the back. I'm dead serious. He's got a Lara Croft braid down the back of his head in this clip that I saw. I don't know if it's canon for the rest of the show, but yeah. And then they go, Dee Dee's having the baby, and I was like, okay, let's see this, Kevin. This kid looks like, I swear to God, like just a pile of mashed potatoes that somebody fist fucked. I hate this baby Dill so much. He looks repulsive. He looks disgusting. And I am now pro-abortion. Not even pro-choice. I'm pro-abortion. I want this kid to not exist.
You are once again continuing your character trait of fuck them kids.
Fuck them kid. This wasn't a kid. This was an inhuman monster. Baby Dill is an inhuman monster in the Rugrats reboot, and I
fuck
do not
kids and fuck you too.
Oh my God, Kevin, I swear. Oh, and then they have this cute little scene with Tommy being like, "Hi, Dill, you're going to be my best friend forever." And I'm like, I seem to recall when you almost fed your brother to a band of monkeys. Where's that scene? Okay,
it's an alternate timeline, Connor.
I don't care. I want Tommy holding the bananas above his son, being like above his brother.
It was an homage to the binding of Isaac.
Yeah, the biblical story. But yeah, I absolutely hate the Rugrats reboot, and you can continue with your next story.
Okay, great. Actor Richard Armitage comes out.
Oh, okay.
How you identify is not fixed. Richard Armitage has opened up about his sexuality for the first time. In an interview with Radio Times, the actor, who currently stars in Netflix's romantic thriller series Obsession, revealed that he came out as LGBTQ at age 19 to anybody who mattered. Oh. I was always waiting for that question to punch me in the face, and it never did. I thought, are people being polite, or is it that they don't want to know, said Armitage, before explaining that he didn't want discussions over his sexuality to overshadow his career. I don't know that I ever wanted to put myself in front of the work I was doing, anything about my family or personal life. I just thought, let the work speak for itself. If I declare who I am and my sexuality, then I'm saying it's fixed and I don't know that. Or if I might feel something for somebody further down the line.
That's kind of cute. I like that.
I remember distinctly that Sir Ian McKellen slipped that one of the other actors in The Hobbit was gay.
Uh-huh.
He didn't say who, but he did let slip that there was another actor. And lo and behold, there's three of them. Lee Pace, Luke Evans, and Richard Armitage.
I do remember you telling me that story, and I was like, Sir Ian, bad shame on you. And it's like, whoa, shit, he was on the money. By the way, have you seen those videos and photos of Ian McKellen in his current show in the UK? He's dressed in drag.
I have not, actually.
Oh my God, he is living his best life. This is his final form, Kevin. He is having a ball.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Homo superior.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, sad story now. Montana Republicans ban trans lawmaker from House floor after she speaks out against a bill banning gender-affirming care for trans youth.
Mm-hmm. And you're just going to let that sit on the conversation like a wet rag?
No, I will not. Montana Republicans have voted to ban a Democratic transgender lawmaker, Zooey Zephyr, from the House of Representatives floor for the remainder of the legislative season. The drastic measure was taken against Zephyr, the first trans person elected to the state legislature in Montana history, after she spoke out against a bill that would see gender-affirming care for trans youth banned. The Democratic lawmaker told those who voted yes on the law and its amendments that she hopes they see the blood on your hands, and was ultimately barred from participating in deliberations on the House floor. The Republican-controlled chamber passed the vote by 68 to 32, meaning that Zephyr will still be able to vote, albeit remotely, though will be unable to participate in debates on the floor for the rest of the legislative session, which concludes on May 5th. During the debate about the vote, she said that she wasn't sorry for speaking out against legislation. When I rose up and said, "There is blood on your hands," I was not being hyperbolic, she said during her remarks on the floor on April 26th.
Okay, that's really upsetting. But
and it's so ironic. Republicans are always the ones who are complaining about censorship. And not only that, but they're also always the ones who are demanding debates. They're like, debate me. I bet you can't debate me.
Yeah,
and yet,
really.
It's like, okay, here's this trans lawmaker trying to debate, and you're silencing her.
Yeah, exactly. It's not even like surprising at this point. It's like, you speak up, you can guarantee.
Absolutely not. It's like, absolutely.
That's upsetting.
It is upsetting. But here's something that's not upsetting. Meet the guest judges of Drag Race All-Stars Season 8. Spoiler, they're all stars. It wouldn't be Drag Race All-Stars without an all-star roster of guest judges.
Say all-star one more time.
Hey now, you're...
I was going to do that, you bastard!
Somebody was...
No! Shrek me.
Okay, anyway... The guest judges are Maud Apatow, Brendan Boyd, Zoe Deschanel, Tom Felicia, Javika Leslie, Idina Menzel, Egon Wodum, Matt Rogers, Adam Shankman, Jojo Siwa, Robin Thede, and Bowen Yang will all grace the judges' table to determine who will earn a spot in the Drag Race Hall of Fame. Season 8 begins streaming on Paramount Plus on May 12th.
Another new network, Kevin. This is I feel like every season they just spin the wheel and go with whoever's going to host them.
Yeah, but I mean, Connor, Adele Dazeem is going to be here.
I know, but I feel like Kevin, there was a clip of her singing Bad Cinderella the other day. I feel like she's a little bit bored.
Probably. She's probably fat and needs a job.
That's a very niche reference, but you just sound like a real asshole.
I
did. Holy shit. That was a clip from her, like barefoot at the symphony concert from like 10 years ago.
You played that clip for me so many times about...
I did?
Yeah, like, do you remember, like, whenever we went, like, back in Long Island, whenever we went to, like, I don't know, Taco Bell at, like, 3 a.m.?
Yes.
Like, I feel like you always had, like, her special on like CD, and I feel like you would always play that part where she talks about when she was on Glee, and that was because she was in the middle of singing Poker Face because that's the song that she sings on Glee.
I was not aware I did that to you so many times. I am so sorry.
I feel like you did. I don't know. Because that's kind of the only part of her concert that I remember was the part.
Do you remember the part where she got mad at Beyonce for singing "Don't Rain on My Parade" for Barbra Streisand's Lifetime Achievement Award?
Maybe okay, that does ring a bell.
But yeah, she wanted.
But I mainly remember. Sorry, what?
She wanted to sing a specific song at Barbra Streisand's 100th anniversary. She's like not that old. At her Lifetime Achievement Award, but Beyonce got the song instead. So she's getting instructions from the stage manager. Okay, Adina, you're going to come here. You're going to sing. Then you're going to step to the right and make sure you don't step in this giant hole that we've carved in the stage for Beyonce to rise up out of. And she's like, not only does she get my song, but she gets like an epic entrance. That bitch.
Oh, yeah, I do remember you mentioned that she called Beyonce a bitch. I do remember that.
I thought that was funny.
It was funny.
But I'm excited to see her on Drag Race because I feel like she has nothing to do with Drag Race. And I love those type of guests.
She's a gay icon, Connor.
Yeah, I know.
That's enough.
I guess. But like, I love the ones that you see the guest and you're almost like, why are you here? How did you get here? Are you
That's
lost?
true. That's true. Remember when Henry Rollins was a guest judge on Drag Race? What the fuck was he doing there?
I have no idea about that one. Henry Rollins?
Yeah, I don't...
Okay.
Yeah. But, yeah. And also, JoJo Siwa. I'm surprised she hasn't been a guest judge yet.
Well, she was probably not legal.
How
old is she now? I feel like she just turned 18.
Maybe. I don't know.
I feel like she just turned 18. Oh,
but
God,
also,
you're gonna make me Google this. How
old is Matt Rogers, who guess he's got a job. Okay, she's 19.
Yes.
All right. Matt Rogers, who now he's probably doing that because he doesn't have a job because he got fired because Q-Force isn't around anymore.
Oh my God,
I'm just kidding. He's got plenty to do.
That's like four times you mentioned Q-Force.
I know. Well, I was going to bring that up just to be like, just to remind you who that is, because you probably forgot.
A little bit.
Anyway.
Next story.
Next story. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Dylan Mulvaney returned to social media following right-wing Bud Light meltdown.
Mm-hmm. I did see this.
Yes, I feel like we do got to talk about this because we've been over this and we've gotten into some controversy.
We got in trouble
ourselves. Following the right-wing outrage over her partnership with Bud Light, Dylan Mulvaney has returned to social media. Earlier this month, the trans influencer promoted the beer's brand's March Madness contest while simultaneously celebrating her first year living as a woman, which resulted in an onslaught of hate from the conservatives and a public boycott of Bud Light. After remaining offline for a few weeks, Dylan broke her silence in a video posted to TikTok on Thursday, April 27th. A lot has been said about me, some of which is so far from my truth that I was hearing my name and I didn't know who they were talking about sometimes, she told her 10.8 million followers on the platform. It was so loud that I didn't even feel part of the conversation, so I decided to take the back seat. Dylan assured her fans that she's doing okay and is trying this new thing where she doesn't pressure herself to share parts of herself before she's ready.
I do like that because we've been getting such a nice, big, deep insight into Dylan's transition and journey as a woman. And it's like, I almost feel like I know a bit too much. Like she's not really getting enough private time.
Yeah, it is. And it's just, my God, the way that these this conservative backlash, this girl is just, she is driving them fucking insane.
She's literally out here just trying to vibe and be like, hey, maybe don't be awful to each other. And they're out here being like, you're like, you got Marjorie Taylor Greene accusing her of being, I don't even want to say the word because it was so awful.
They want to burn her to the stake.
I know, it's just, and she's just out here being like, trying to be a nice person.
She's not doing anything. She's just being like, hey, I'm a girl now. And that's just driving them insane.
You know what it is? Because a lot of people, what?
It's yeah, I can understand if you don't understand, transgenderism, but my God, calm the fuck down.
You know, I'd like to just throw one thing out here. I can only speak as a person who is cisgender, so my voice should not be as loud in the conversation.
Right, yeah.
But I feel like there's a lot of, like, when it comes to the quote unquote acceptance of transgenderism, whenever you see it on like film and TV, there's always a suffering aspect of like questioning your identity, bringing it up to family that aren't accepting, transitioning physically, and like the physical pain you have to go through. Dylan is out here saying, I knew this about myself. I discovered it. My family accepts me and loves me. I love myself. I went through like, you know, a relatively easy transition. I'm happy in all aspects. And a lot of people can't stand that. They're like, you should have suffered first. And it's like, why the fuck do you want that? I don't get it. I really don't.
Yeah, it's they also, the conservative playbook, like they're also like playing it. They're like, they like to call trans people confused, and it's like, no, they're not confused. They know who they are.
They finally have clarity.
You're the one who's confused, and you're projecting that confusion.
Can we talk about my father listening to his right-wing propaganda bullshit? Mm-hmm. He obviously was talking like, you know, Matt Walsh blew the conversation up. My dad got wind of it, and he's like, who's this Dylan Mulvaney person?
You mean that unemployed guy?
Yeah, that guy. Who's this Dylan Mulvaney person? I was like, oh, they're a transgender influencer who got to deal with Bud Light, and everybody hates that. My dad immediately starts using he, him pronouns, and I correct him. I was like, Dad, Dylan Mulvaney is a woman. You should have seen the equations flying in front of his eyes, being like, what? Like, I thought his brain was going to explode.
Yeah.
And I was like, he knows not to argue with me on this stuff. So he just reluctantly was like, okay. But I knew that he's like, you know, fighting himself on the inside.
Which it's like, I don't like it. Just use the word she instead of he. Like, I don't like, why is that so hard?
I really cannot begin to tell you why it's so hard, but for some people it is like the end of the earth.
It's truly. Apparently it's worth losing money on YouTube for.
Shade.
Right. Netflix's Nimona adaptation has a star-studded queer cast. Queer comic fans, please join us in breathing a sigh of excited relief. Nimona is finally coming to Netflix this summer, and it looks gorgeous. In a Twitter post on Tuesday, Netflix revealed a first look at the upcoming animated film based on the original webcomic turned graphic novel by She-Ra and the Princess of Power developer N.D. Stevenson.
I do love that because She-Ra was like next level good. So I'm
right, but you know about this, you know, this webcomic turned, you know, movie, right?
I am completely in the dark. Tell me.
Well, here's the thing. It was originally going to be they said it was going to be in Netflix. When did they say it was going to come out on Netflix? This summer. It's this summer. Right. Okay. So this movie was actually originally going to be made by Blue Sky Studio, the same studio that made Ice Age
and Rio
and all those the Peanuts movie.
Yes.
Spies in Disguise, those movies.
Okay.
But then of course there was the Fox Disney merger, and Blue Sky Studios, they dissolved. I don't know what the proper term is. Dissolved.
Folded,
yeah. So then the movie got canceled. But here came Netflix to save the day. Also, there was some controversy that they were going to censor some of the gayer aspects of the movie. Because it is a queer storyline. There are queer characters in this.
But they're not going to, right?
Well, here's the thing. Now that Netflix is in charge, Netflix probably...
It's basically gay porn.
Netflix don't give a fuck. They're like, yeah, we'll do it. And let me tell you who some of the cast are, if I could find it in this article here. Silly me. All right, so... So the movie is going to star, Chloe Grace Moretz as the titular shapeshifter. Riz Ahmed will voice her villainous mentor, Ballister Boldheart, and the two mount to an ethically dubious resistance against the authoritarian institute. Apart from its stars, the Nimona cast is stuffed with talent, from the Try Guys' Eugene Lee Yang as champion knight Ambrosius Goldenloin, to a new batch of supporting actors announced Tuesday. Trans icon India Moore, Frances Conroy, Lorraine Toussaint, Beck Bennett, Julio Torres, Sarah Sherman, and RuPaul Charles, all of whom will appear in as yet disclosed roles.
God damn it. Fucking RuPaul again.
RuPaul, your favorite.
My God. Why can't we just...
Your favorite fracker.
Okay, I guess we'll just accept that reality. But I am excited for Eugene Lee Yang. I'm
excited for this movie. I'm excited for Nimona. I remember I followed her back when she was on Tumblr, ND Stevenson's, and I've read some of the Nimona comics, and you know I'm really excited. I'm really glad that her work is finally paying off like this.
Love that. Congratulations.
Yes, love that this passion project that she has is finally coming to light. Right. Okay, last story. Goofy beats Ron DeSantis to death with crowbar. I'm sorry, I couldn't read that straight.
What did you
say? Goofy beats Ron DeSantis to death with crowbar.
Kevin, that's not even funny. That's talking about the loss of I wouldn't say human life, but a loss of a life.
Wait, why is this? Oh, damn it.
Kevin, what the fuck?
I know that I was just making sure all y'all were paying attention. Okay, for some reason the Onion's not loading. God damn it.
The Onion.
Yes, this was an Onion article. I guess I gotta drop the act now because
it's probably because Disney is they're actively suing Ron DeSantis. So
yeah, I know that's what the joke is, that Disney is suing Ron DeSantis. But I really wish I can't. Fuck! Why is the website not loading? It's probably because
it doesn't matter. He's still alive, and we got work to do.
I know. It's probably because my computer is in fucking. You know what? I'm gonna turn the high contrast off. So
you cut.
Nope, that wasn't it. Nope, that wasn't it.
You are so bright right now. Okay, that works.
Okay, but I'm not anymore. Yeah, that didn't help. Okay, I guess, yeah, all right, fine. I guess we're not reading this article because,
it is entirely stupid.
It is entirely stupid. Maybe there is no article. Maybe it's just the post.
Probably. That being said, Kevin.
But you know what Disney should do with Ron DeSantis, right? They should invite him on a cruise.
Oh, wow. Callback. Okay. Kevin, for those of you who don't know, I affected Kevin deeply with last week's hyperfixation of the week. He texted me and he was like, you unlocked a new fear in me.
Connor, imagine being in the ocean as the cruise ship is throwing away and you are screaming at the top of your lungs for somebody to hear you. And nobody can. The cruise ship does not turn around. There's no lifeboats coming for you. And you're stuck there. No, and you are miles and miles away from shore. And you are stuck there with the only thought, I'm going to die here.
Yeah.
I'm going to die here. I'm going to drown. And nobody will find my body.
Kevin, I thought we were going to end this on a fun note.
My family will not know what happened to me.
Kevin,
I will never get a proper burial.
A burial at sea is a proper burial. And
my family will bury an empty casket.
Or an empty urn. You never know. You never know.
My mother will weep over an empty box.
Kevin, please, for the love of Christ, I'm getting uncomfortable.
Okay, anyway, so that concludes my segment.
That wasn't even funny. Jesus, that was chilling. Anyway, you had another new segment you wanted to... I don't even want to give that to you anymore after what you just did.
Yeah.
Kevin was all excited. He has a new segment that he wants to roll out that we kind of butted heads a little bit, but we found a compromise.
Okay, so...
The banner comes up before you even say it.
All right, so here we go. I would like to start this... So I would like to start a new segment called Mean Comment of the Week. Because I don't know if y'all keep up with our social media, but we've been getting quite a few nasty comments from people, mainly on the Empty the Bench podcast network's social media accounts, not on the Fruity Cereal ones or our personal ones.
The Fruity Cereals are pretty, like, you
guys
are nice.
It's actually kind of funny because this is not the mean comment of the week, but it's kind of a funny juxtaposition because a clip from last week's episode about the Lego story that I had, one person comment on the Empty the Bench podcast network's account. One person commented, "Lamau, I'm with him," and that's in reference to the enraged conservative that was like throwing the hissy fit. But on our account, we got a comment that said, "More sets for us, he."
That one I love. I was just like,
it's a funny juxtaposition, and I feel like the reason why, I think that because the Empty the Bench podcast network has a lot of sports related stories, and there's a lot of sports related stuff in there. I feel like it is reaching more right leaning people, like it's reaching a more right-leaning audience.
That's not to say that if you enjoy sports, you're automatically in the camp of right-leaning.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. Absolutely not. I am absolutely not saying that at all.
It is just kind of how the algorithm says.
But that's probably how the algorithm is distributing it. It's showing these to these straight men who've probably never even seen a gay person before, and it just fills them with shock and awe.
Oh, gosh.
And I just wanted my mean comment of the week is going to be from last week's episode where we talked about how Matt Walsh quit YouTube because YouTube would not let him misgender Dylan Mulvaney. And this comment says, "Get woke, go broke."
Is that even mean? That's just like an unpopular opinion.
It is, but it's kind of funny that they're saying that because it's like, well, I guess you also go broke by not going woke because that's what happened to Matt Walsh.
Yeah, no, this is... I don't even know how to respond to that one.
It's like, I guess everybody's going broke now, whether you go woke or not.
Okay.
Have fun, broke bitches.
Oh, God.
Anyway, Connor, we're almost... Okay, I'm sorry. I probably...
You've eaten into my time is what you're trying to say, right?
Yes.
Well, that was the mean comment of the week. Let's get that banner out of here.
We'll probably come up with a funner one next week.
Oh, God. Now I've got to rush. Now I've got to get this story out. Kevin, I've got another true crime story for you today for my hyperfixation of the week.
Okay. You know what? Just go on. Go on.
Yeah, no, we got a true crime story. This is a story that happened on November 28th, 2008. Long story short, it's kind of quite a long one. This story takes place in a town not that far from here.
You mean from you?
Oh, no, not that far from the United States. This takes place in the ocean, specifically Bikini Bottom. Have you ever heard of this town, Kevin?
Oh, my God.
Pearl Krabs, daughter of Bikini Bottom business magnate and restaurateur Eugene Krabs, is holding a private slumber party at her family's home. Late into the night, a young woman arrives at the door saying she was there to attend the party. This is a woman by the name of Girly Teen Girl. Kevin, have you heard of this person?
I have, Connor. This is old news.
No. It's a story that must be told. She's been through enough. We need to tell her story. She just moved to Bikini Bottom from the city of Farawayville. Kevin, everybody knows Farawayville. They're very famous for their inflective accents of hi, I just moved here from Farawayville. You've heard the accent. It's like Texas. She's there for the slumber party, and because, or perhaps in spite of her native accent, Pearl Krebs begins to accuse Girly of being another person, calling her the wrong name, and intentionally misgendering her. Kevin, this is disgusting. I'm appalled. You should be too. She then instructs her friends at the party to attack Girly and drive her away from the house. Not much is known about the extent of her injuries. However, Girly Teen Girl was last seen running from the Krabs' home, crying while having food thrown at her by the other girls, while saying, "I am so moving back to Farawayville." She was sadly never seen alive again.
Yeah, and then SpongeBob called her ugly.
Yes, a complete stranger, minding her own business, and he is like, "Wow, you're ugly." I think there's, not that many... Well,
to be fair, that's what Glinda said to Dorothy.
Yeah, Kevin, please stop. We're talking about a real human life here.
A human life, Connor?
Yes, a sea sponge. Human life.
She's a sea sponge, Connor.
Kevin, I want to break this down with you, okay? Because...
Yeah, okay, let's break it down. What was she doing there in the first place?
She was made aware of this slumber party that...
By who? How?
Her mother probably saw the flyers that Pearl put up all over the fucking town, because that's the kind of person Pearl is.
Did Pearl put up flyers?
I can't remember. I haven't seen the episode.
Oh, of course you don't know that. Yeah, see, Pearl did not know this girl, okay?
Kevin, why are you a Pearl Krabs apologist?
Because the situation was not Pearl's fault. Pearl knew that her father and SpongeBob, his employee, were going to try to spy on her and ruin her party. And here comes girly teen girl, who just so happens to look and sound exactly like SpongeBob, and she doesn't.
It's that part, Kevin. Just so happens. Okay, I can't control the way I look and sound. If somebody said I look and sound like a stalker that's following Ariana Grande around, that doesn't give them the right to beat the shit out of me, misgender me, and throw food at me.
If you try to go to her party uninvited, like, I'm not saying that
they could just say you're not. They could just say you're not on the list. You're not welcome here, and I would walk away.
Yeah,
they don't need to.
You know what? They could have done that. That's true. But think of things from Pearl's perspective, though. Think about what's from her perspective. She's already on edge because she knows that her father is going to try to fuck things up for her party.
That's entirely her problem, though. The way she behaved was she made the choice to treat another person like this, and it is not okay.
But it's not unreasonable for her to assume that this was the situation that was going on.
We're getting really, really into this. I stand with girly teen girl. She deserved better.
Here's the thing. I think that what happened was, I think that one of Pearl's friends invited girly teen girl there.
That's I think another that thing
they
too.
Set her up. They knew how Pearl was going to react. They knew that Pearl was going to think that she was SpongeBob in disguise. They knew that Pearl was going to react violently. They knew that Pearl was going to humiliate her. It was all an attempt to humiliate her. We don't know, but it's a good question about which one of Pearl's friends did it. I don't know.
I bet it's with the headband. Why does a fish have hair? I don't trust you already.
Pearl has hair.
Yeah, I know, and she's also got clear anger issues. Anyway, that was my hyperfixation of the week. I was just.
Hyperfixation of the week. That was everyone's hyperfixation 5 weeks ago, Connor.
Kevin, I had actual stories 5 weeks ago. I've got another one for next week lined up already, but I wanted to do this one while it was still relevant.
I don't know if it is anymore.
Hey, you're the one that got very deep into Pearl Krabs did no wrong.
I did. You know what? I did get into that because, frankly, I don't think that she did do anything wrong. Well, okay, yeah, maybe she might have taken things a little too far. She probably here's the thing: if she had known that was not SpongeBob in disguise, if she had known that was just somebody who just so happened to look like SpongeBob, she would not have reacted that way. The Pearl Krabs I know would not have acted that way. The Pearl Krabs I know
about her.
I know that Pearl Krabs is a compassionate creature. She is a compassionate whale. She loves her friends. She loves boy bands. She loves partying with her girlies.
I love how you added E's on the end just to sound a little bit gayer. I sound like an actual stereotype now. Oh, God. Okay, fine. You win, I guess, but I'm still saying girly deserved better.
She did deserve better.
I want her to get...
Absolutely. But I just don't think the blame should be on Pearl.
This was a tragic case of mistaken identity.
It was, yes.
Anyway.
And it's not the first time that they've done that in SpongeBob either, because there was that... Because there was that time where where SpongeBob was trying to get into the salty spittoon. And he was trying to get in with a tough hairdo.
Yeah.
And then we see this sponge come up that looks a lot like SpongeBob with an Elvis hair.
Yeah.
And the bouncer thinks that it's SpongeBob, but it turns out it's not SpongeBob because SpongeBob walks in right after him.
And then there was that episode where Patrick didn't recognize his own parents and the imposters did not realize that they were not his parents.
Which is insane because how did they know his name?
To be fair, they first show up and they just call him son.
Yeah, but then they say Pats for Patrick.
I don't know. Kevin, why do you know so much about SpongeBob?
Because the first 3 seasons of the show are iconic.
Absolutely.
I don't know that much about I don't know much about the show seasons 4 onward. And no, it's not just because of nostalgia. I've seen some seasons 1 through 3 in recent years, and those episodes hold up.
Yeah, absolutely. The new stuff I have watched.
Pretty much ever since Steven Hillenburg left the show, like the show like severely dipped in quality.
Kevin, he left the show because he died.
No, he left the show before he died, Connor.
Oh, okay.
He did. He did leave the show long before he died.
Anything we want to get out before time runs up. We've been chatting for quite some time, and I only just got my hyperfixation out.
I know. Did you make it that one because you knew that you didn't have time?
No.
That
was my plan all day.
What would you have done if I didn't have like a million different stories?
Oh, well, I wanted to talk about Disney, obviously, with the suing Ron DeSantis thing. I wanted to talk about Halloween Horror Nights announced that there may be a Lady Gaga inspired house.
Which, yes, Gaga.
I mean, we're going to that.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about, but we can always do that next week at Monday at 7 p.m. on the Empty the Bench Podcast Network.
On that podcast network, if you are homeophobic, please don't interact. Or do and give us content. I don't fucking care.
I mean, that's the thing. The comments do generate content for us, even if they are mean, but it's still not fun.
Well, I just think what's not fun is us getting ratio. That's the part that's not fun.
Yeah, that's annoying. And that's just like fucking stupid. I don't know.
It is fucking stupid.
I hate children. It's only kids that are doing that.
I don't know. I feel like some of these are like 50-year-old dudes who
just discovered the word ratio.
Well, they're not saying ratio. They're not saying ratio, but they are ratioing us.
Oh, okay. I getcha.
Yeah, no. Ratioing is not just when you say ratioed. Like, ratioed is when... Because in one of our posts, we do have more comments than we do likes. So...
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's not fun. Nobody likes that.
It's fine. We're getting engaged.
So, but you can help us by giving us more likes. Particularly, you can like this video if you're watching this episode, if you're watching it on YouTube, or rate it 5 stars wherever you're getting your podcast, whether it's Apple or Spotify or iHeartRadio or Acast.
All of those places, please give us a rating. Let us know.
If you think that ratings do not help, they do.
They absolutely do
help us.
We're just a couple of good ratings away from getting a paycheck, so you can make the dream happen.
Exactly. You can.
If you want to see us on a cruise ship, or at least one of us on a cruise ship, you can give us a 5-star rating.
Or 2 of us on a cruise, going on a cruise ship, and only one of us leaving the cruise ship.
2 enter, 1 leaves. Oh my god. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us this beautiful Monday. As usual, you can follow us on social media at Fruity Cereal. That's fruity like the fruit, cereal like the number, everywhere except for Facebook because they're still being buttheads. Yeah, that's a thing. If you would like to follow me, you can follow me on social media at Connor K Fitz 92.
And you can follow me anywhere at It's Kevin O'Lear. That's ITSKEVINOLEAR.
Let me see if I can get this out. That's CONNORKFITZ 92.
Yay!
Yay! Because I know I could do it at reading speed, but I'm not good at speed. If you don't have speed, nobody engages. So
yeah, you gotta have speed.
Right. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next Monday at 7 p.m. on the Empty the Bench Podcast Network.
Stay fruity, everyone.
Goodbye.